Go it in. Corey's very confident at the moment. He's doing a terrific job at the moment.
6 goals is the margin as we go into the second half here at the SCG. McKernan's been excellent. The old firm has really been in business. Goods wins it down to Creswell. Scott tackled him, he lost it. Bell out the back door. Simpson a hurried kick for the Kangaroos, finds Clayton. Still a long way out, but he wheels around now, gets past Saddington. Kick is not well directed on this occasion. They need the first goal if they're to have any chance of coming back. Next looks to the outer side. Schwartz between half-back and centre wing. 25 plays 61. Schwartz towards O'Loughlin.
Wayne Schwartz has had plenty of the football, but he spent most of his time in the defensive half trying to hold back the tide.
O'Loughlin's got to grow with confidence too, and Archer has been superb. Tough nut to crack this one, boys, isn't he, Glenn Archer?
Yeah, look, he's a great player. He works in with Martin very well, and he sets up a lot of play for North Melbourne. North Melbourne just moved the ball, so cleanly here. We've seen Matthew Nicks move the ball from the back pocket and went straight to the wing. I think if we're going to be in this game, we've got to start moving the ball down the middle of the ground a bit more.
Here's Scholl in front of Luff, 60 metres out. Scholl kicked 2 in the first term. Goes long to a congested forward zone. Bennett is in there for Sydney at the front of the pack, the big burly blonde, but he couldn't take the mark. Wharf can't get clear. He was well tackled. Bumford gets the hand pass out towards Creswell. Sneaks away, goes back towards the half-forward line. Troy Luff now, looking in towards the middle. Maybe the bald one can do something. Rowan Wharf. Not a good bounce. It was on the corner of the muddy square after the heavy rain during the week, and it just sat. Simpson also got a bad bounce. Schwartz a little kinder. Sweeping hand pass. Not a good one for Stephen Carey. Martin tries to tidy up. Maxfield had him. Carey goes again. Martin backs towards Archer. Again, not a kind bounce, but he's as strong as an ox. Maxfield finds that out. Pickett is there for the Kangaroos. Maxfield in at the bottom. Carey, the hand pass okay. May have put his teammate under the pump. Barry needs support. Gets it in the form of Scotty Russell. Under pressure all the time. Kicks in towards goal. Kelly off the ground. Yes! They got the first.
Well, Sandy, that's the start we required. And Rodney, he must be happy with the intensity and the endeavour of the boys there. And Paul Kelly just basically willing that one over the line.
Yeah, they just slugged it out, didn't they? Right from centre half back forward. It looked as if this was going to be a free kick in some ways to Paul Kelly. It was half in the back, half on the side, but he got it across the line.
Well, the first goal to the skipper might just get them rocking here. It's back to a 30-point margin, and that's nothing in today's game. Bad bounce for Clayton. It's socket off the ground towards centre wing. Could have been a Kangaroos free kick, but not paid. Blakey heads towards the line. With him is Matthew Nicks. Keeps it in play. Saddington. Well done. Creswell now. Sydney starting well. Maxfield back to Creswell. Runs the boundary line. 65 metres out. Pumps it into half forward. 2-on-1 situation. Pickett. Thought about McCartney. Goes even longer. Towards Scholl, clever little give, back to McCartney, off to Harvey, back to McCartney, he's run a long way, now kicks up towards half forward, Bennett comes over the top, a big belt, but Harvey, who's followed it down, gets the hand pass away, there's a high tackle. Bennett is in his enthusiasm, has almost taken the head of Shannon Grant, and he finds Carey, who effortlessly lopes clear, takes the mark and will have a shot 35 metres out, 45-degree angle.
Well, that was classic Kangaroos football, coming through the middle of the ground out of defence rather than just handballing over the top to a loose player. They kicked the ball long and those loose players ran to the fall of the ball.
Carey could reach 500 tonight if his accuracy stands up. It does not. One behind, Schwartz marking over the line. Wayne Schwartz sizes up his options, thinks about Nicks and goes short. Goods offers a lead in towards half back, but he goes over the top of him to Wharf. Plays on quickly. Can they mount something here? Saddington's been pretty quiet. Goes up towards half forward. Carey needs to take a mark. He can't do so. Slapped out the back. Scotty Russell takes it from O'Loughlin. Russell bends it back from behind.
Very unlucky there, Sandy. I thought the way we moved the ball there, that's how we've got to play. We've got to start creating the options in the middle of the ground, moving the ball very quickly. Gives the forwards a lot more chance to get a one-on-one contest and a lot easier to score.
9-8 plays 4-8. It was a big kick, that one. Not to be. Archer. From half back. Goes wide to the outer side. Corey McKernan.
Delivery into the forward line is so vital, Tony. Is there a preferred player that you have in the Swans lineup that you'd like to lead to?
Oh, yeah, the fellow sitting next to me is pretty handy.
There's 100 for you, Tony.
No good up here, the two of you. The hand pass comes towards Pickett. Pickett's in trouble. He loses it, but he gets it out towards Anthony Stevens, who's got rid of the headgear and decides to kick towards Robert Scott and Peter Bell. Bell surges it forward, Crouch right on his hammer. He loses it, but look at him apply the tackle. Followed it up beautifully.
Sandy, you just sense that if the Swans can get one or two players, get a bit of clean possession through the middle, that they're really on the verge of something here. They just seem to have the momentum up, and a couple of clean ball-winning ones through the middle, down to the forward line, a couple of goals, and we're right back in it.
Brett Allison and co on the Kangaroos interchange bench. Simpson trying to do it on his own. The ball up. There's no one who's able to get clear.
And just to bring up on those benches, Gary Durkay, Evan Heward, Brett Allison, as you mentioned, and Stuart Corcoran for the Kangaroos.
Thank you, Dipper. Bounce is taken by Carey, but he doesn't take it away. Wharf held it for a fair amount of time. Nix at the bottom of the pack. Finishes with Carey. Now somehow he's able to get clear. Somehow. Then he bends it back in towards half forward. Oh, McKernan's almost stolen that. Almost stolen it.
Well, it was a great move there by the Kangaroos. McKernan started that one at the top of the forward 50. When Carey got the ball, he just pushed down to the top of the square and almost plucked it.
Here is Corey McKernan. He's having a very good night. His kick is smothered. Bennett couldn't take it cleanly, but did manage to slap it out. Dunkley should go off the ground. And he does, but to who? Blakey will be first to it. The veteran of this Kangaroo lineup is on centre wing. He's got Archer there for support if he needs him, but he elects to go onto the left foot and kick up towards half forward. Goods was at the back of the pack. He couldn't take it. Clean bowled Scott. Bennett hoping to tidy up, gets it away with a hand pass. Kick goes towards Mickey Martin. Ricochets off that magnificent rubber chest. Clayton soccers off the ground. Back towards the forward line. Kelly, an uncharacteristic miss. Kernan can't get a crack at it. No one from Kangaroo land can get a crack at it. Welsh was there. He couldn't. Kelly towards the line. Why, gee, that was close.
But I think the Swan supporters, Tony, would be far happier with the desperation and the attack on the footy that they're seeing their side produce than what we saw in the first quarter and a half.
Yeah, certainly, Jared. I mean, it's a lot more an encouraging sign for the Swan supporters. As Dale said before, it'd be lovely to make the next conversion and make a real game of this.
What about the opposition? The Kangaroos, they're famous for how hard they go at the ball, winning those hard balls. Is there a side as tough as them in a man-on-man loose ball situation?
No, I think they're probably the leaders in that field. You know, they're just good all over the ground. I think they're just a great team, a real solid unit.
And they're certainly showing it tonight as it's bottled up again in that forward zone. Under 14 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
I think Mickey Martin's dropped before. I just think he just didn't want to have a shot for goal. Then I think.
Simpson, the last man up for the Kangaroos. McKernan trying to flick it out the back door. Look at them set to pounce on that ball. Shannon Grant up against his old side tonight. Kicked a goal in the second quarter. Played 58 games here in the red and white. Kelly lurking on the last line of defence. Bomford towards the line. Kelly close to it again and over.
Well, Sandy, as time ticks away, it's imperative that the Swans score the next goal. It's a golden opportunity to really get themselves back into the game and really sort of get some authority happening.
Yes, you just get the feeling if they could hold the Kangaroos now and maybe get a couple in this term, we could have a big final quarter. But It's the Kangaroos. We've got to remember that, and they're a very, very professional outfit, and they're going in towards the danger zone again. Here is the king, Carey. First one way, then the other, but he is caught, and he is lost.
Peter Carey there has said that he had his jumper grabbed whilst he bounced the ball, which is in fact holding the ball, and he's pretty well spot on.
There it is. Yep, in replay. Bell beaten for pace by Maxfield. He too could have been held. Archer tries to slap it clear, but there's been a whistle to come back. You just get the feeling this is a big play here. They need a Stephen Carey mark or someone up there. Not to be at the moment. Here comes the snap. Is it going to be any good? It looks pretty good from Matthew Nix. Matthew Nix has kicked the goal.
Well, it certainly couldn't have come in a better moment for the Swans. Now 10 minutes into this third quarter, we've got the first 2 goals.
Just prior to that, fantastic work by Stewie Maxfield. A bit of hustle and bustle there. Endeavour was rewarded with a free kick to the hot spot, and Matthew Nix in the right spot at the right time. Fantastic goal for the Swans, and the crowd really starting to get into it.
Matthew Nix has kicked his second goal for the season. Creswell, courtesy of Goods, out of the centre, up towards half forward. Almost the mark there to Barry, but it's Pike who defends to the outer side with a high kick. Bounce may favour Schwartz at the back. Got to get away from Scott. Eventually gives the hand pass away. Sydney, there's no doubt about it, has lifted considerably in towards Barry. One grab, couldn't take the mark. Saddington, 55 metres out, kicks in towards full forward. Stephen Carey at the back. Roy Lachlan is there as well. Carey, ringer, Rosie, gets it away to Stevens. Johnny Stevens, Sydney is back. Oh, we've got a game on our hands now, boys.
Johnny Stevens, what a goal. And didn't he put the hands straight up in the air, Jared? He loves the TV, Steve-O. Just have a look at him. Look at this. Again, great play, Jared. Quickly into the forward line. Swans had numbers at the fall of the ball. Stephen Carey just lobs one out of nowhere, and Steve-O, the opportunist. Thank you.
The 6-goal lead at half-time has been cut to 3. Kangaroos have made a change. Stuart Cochrane has come onto the ground.
And now the pressure on the Kangaroos in the centre bounce. They've lost the last couple.
Saddington starting to pick up touches. That's good news for Sydney. Maxfield. They're streaming everywhere down in that forward line now. Goes into the pocket. Kelly and Cohen there, but that's a big mark.
Johnny Stevens.
He's got a taste.
He's on fire.
And I tell you, he's got the gloves on for the first time tonight. He's a little bit worried, Sam, what the boys are going to think of him. But if he takes a few more of those, Jared, I'll tell you, they'll be singing his praises in the bars tonight at the SCG.
And I'll tell you what, it's a great grab. Job only half done now, though, Tony.
Only half done. Johnny's usually a pretty good kick. He's in the right pocket for a left footer here, so 35 metres out. Pretty confident he can put this one through the middle, actually, Jared.
He'll let us know if he has. And he has. Listen to that.
Oh, I don't want to say it, Sandy, but I said to Steve at training yesterday, there might be a chance to get up to full forward and take a few big ones with those gloves, and I tell you what, he loves it. Absolutely loves it.
What a transformation, though.
Been fantastic. Side, we just look a lot better, a lot sharper, moving the ball a lot quicker, giving the forwards a lot more opportunity to score goals this quarter.
And of course, quality finishing, Jared, at its best.
Pressure now on the Kangaroos. They need one to steady the ship. The Sydney chart goes up, but it's Saddington who gets them away out of the middle again. Off to Schwartz. Maxfield. Been a pretty good avenue. May run out of room here.
Sandy, what about the centre back, the centre breaks for the Swans? Fantastic. Adam Good has just standing his ground tonight. Fantastic effort.
This is interesting. At half-time, I was doing a number of players, former players, and they're all questioning the commitment and the skill level. There's nothing wrong with the skill level in this third term, Sandy, but the commitment certainly has improved.
My word, it has. Good still going. Could have almost got into the back. Creswell is there. Nix, Saddington and co.
Been a
Darren
real
Creswell
lift,
at the bottom.
real lift through midfield, Sandy. You get the likes of Squash, Creswell, especially Adam Goods playing both a ruckman and a roving role.
Maxfield been hard.
Maxfield's been terrific.
Kangaroos dipper making another change. Durkay's back on the ground. Bell couldn't get a clean run at it. Schwartz, Soccer's clear. Gains probably 25 metres. 2-kick ball game after at one stage it looked as though it could have been somewhat of a rout.
And Jared, we spoke of the emotion and the intensity of the boys. Stephen Carey finally getting across to Wayne Swash saying well done. Probably the first time tonight we've seen that.
Stephen Carey and Corey McKernan. Robert Scott out-manoeuvred by Wayne Schwartz, but only for a moment. .12 ball game, full house, great atmosphere. Saturday night football on 7. You've got the best seat in the house.
And Wayne Carey has been pushed to full back.
Creswell, Bell.
That's an interesting move, isn't it, Jared?
Well, I think it'll be just Dennis Paige acknowledging that all the momentum is now going one way, that of Sydney's, and he's just trying to hold back the tide. And I think Leo Barry, when he went to bed last night, the last lot.
Sorry, G, but Maxfield after Goods. Carey comes over with a fist just as effective as Adam Goods. Shannon Grant couldn't take it. Luff is there. By G, they've lifted, and so too is this crowd. But Byron Pickett comes away for the Kangaroos. Looks down towards the forward line. Winston Abraham's got to beat a couple of them, and he can't. Nix and Bumford will combine from full-back towards Adam Goods. He's an athlete, this boy.
Great kid. Hasn't he been terrific this quarter?
Goods can chip over the top. He's got a couple of options. Chooses Luff. Short to Bumford on centre wing. Bumford looks towards right half forward. Mickey Martin is at the back. Barry had front spot. Martin sees it over.
Take a breath, Sandy, but I think it might be a move by Rodney to put Andrew Dunkley to full forward, and Kerry might have just followed him down there. Dunks kicked one last week and looked a little bit dangerous, and he did play his footy in Tassie down at full forward.
Yeah, that's Tassie.
Tongue-in-cheek, Dip.
Thank you, Dipper. There's Creswell giving it away to Saddington. Saddington spears it in towards us.
Here we go.
Full forward.
Now listen, I called it before with Johnny Stevens. I said, yeah, I'm confident he'll kick this. Not quite as confident this time.
Oh, golly. Andrew Dunkley. This to make it a one-kick ball game.
Leads like a natural forward.
He's been there before, but we said it before with Leo Barry.
He's been a prolific goal kicker in his life. This is for number 9.
Actually, quite funny. This is about the position where a lot of the boys practice from when we first come out to training of a night. So you never know, do you? Let's keep the fingers crossed and hope this one goes through.
He generally nails these too, Tone.
45-degree angle. He hasn't nailed that.
I had my fingers crossed.
Oh, Barry! Leaping Leo almost took it. Martin in trouble, but he gets out of it with strength. Only as far as O'Loughlin controls it eventually. Keeps it in play. 55 metres out. Kicks in towards half forward. Laugh a bit fly.
Well, it was an interesting kick from Michael O'Loughlin. He looked as if he just kicked it to a pack, but Luff was good enough to come over the top and make the pass look as if it was acceptable and meant to be.
Johnny Stevens was by himself there, just a bit in front of Luffy there, but he's gone over his head and looked for the Luff option here. Luffy's quite a good kick for goal too.
Is he doing the haka there or what?
He just loved it.
Look at that.
Big kick then for Troy Luff. Directly in front. 45 out. He could bring the roof down here, but he won't with that kick. Away to the right, one behind. 5 minutes remaining. Kangaroos in this quarter have added just one behind. Sydney have kicked the last 4 goals. Pickett brings it into play. Sydney chart is up. Saddington and Archer. The experience and strength of the Kangaroo telling. He goes to Peter Bell. Cochrane running for him is ignored. Spears it into Harvey. I don't think he was off. The umpire has given him the benefit of the doubt. Crouch wearing him like a glove. A congested half-forward zone. Plenty of flyers. Bennett had it, and he did well, the big man, to get it out. Here goes Sydney again. Swans on the end of the hand pass. Looks wide. Stephen Carey having to run. Carey moving, may run out of room. The big man does well. Keeps it in play. Overrun. And steadying now is McCartney coming back towards the centre. Simpson takes the mark for the Kangaroos. His kick is long. Carey's back at this end of the ground.
Oh,
He's fantastic at using his body, but the umpires found a free kick against him in that situation.
that was great play by Byron Pickett to turn the ball over for North for the Kangaroos at the other end of the ground, but the umpire paid the push with the forearm jolt.
Put that one in the video case, Dunks. That was beautiful.
Kelly to centre wing.
The Logies were last week, Sandy, weren't they?
Correct. Oh dear. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Well, it's set it up, hasn't it, for the final term. 51 plays 62. Kangaroos lead. They look home for all money at one stage. McKernan slaps it wide, but it's Barry who'll pick it up. Leo's in trouble.
Gerald, I just might ask you, Wayne Swash's sort of stats this quarter. He's had the Robert Scott move on to him.
Yeah, and he's only had the 4 possessions, but Robert Scott, he's one of the best blankets there is in the country. Maybe Swash could end up playing at full forward for a few minutes.
Stevens gives it to Abraham. Winston is away. Harvey couldn't take the mark against Crouch. Clever little slap. That was by Troy Luff, and it's good to Rowan Wharf. The bald one is... Oh, he's put Luff under the pump. Bennett hopefully will tidy up for Sydney. Gives it away to Saddington. Needs someone coming past. He's got Nix at centre half back. Chips it in towards the middle, and the mark is taken by Maxfield. Stewie Maxfield swings round onto that left foot, kicks up towards half forward. No mark taken and no free kick. Crouch now goes again. He's aggressive and he gets the hand pass clear. Here's an opportunity for Creswell. Look out, Leo, he's in trouble. Back it comes towards centre half back. Maxfield could be first to this. He is, but he's surrounded. He's taken off the ball. Saddington tries to pick it up. Goes again with Stephen Carey. Saddington out the back door. Carey had it, lost it. The Kangaroos pounce on it. Allison and co, including Byron Pickett, pick themselves up.
How desperate has Maxfield been this quarter? I mean, the boys would know it, and Maxfield doesn't like sitting on the bench, and he's telling Rodney, I do not want him to go back to the bench.
Hey, Dip, he lost half a house during the week, so he's just trying to earn the extra bucks to fix that, I think.
Through the hailstorm, one suspects, not a car going.
Mix pushes it back, but only to Stevens. Anthony Stevens pumps it long and hard down towards the forward line. Archer is there. The ball is held up, and there will be a bounce. There's big Jared Bennett, the blonde, for Sydney. Rowan Wharf.
Coming into the game, Sandy, we noted the amount of runners that Sydney had playing for them. I just think with Maxfield's presence on the ground, it's tipped over in their favour.
Goods went all over the top of Glenn Archer. No whistle, and we'll have a throw in virtually on the interchange area.
It's a great kick to touch there by Paul Kelly, who learned his football playing a bit of rugby league in the Wagga Wagga region.
Very important at this stage of the game too, Dale, I think, to make sure that the Swans now keep the momentum going and make sure that all the good work they've done in this first 24 minutes, that they hold that and don't let North Melbourne back into the game here by scoring a goal or two in the final few minutes.
You really should lock it away now, Tone, and just tighten things right up. Get a goal short would be a bonus, but take what you've got so far and let's head into three-quarter time with a big show.
Is it fair to say, Sandy, that Dale Lewis has just become that little bit more chirpy in the last 15 minutes?
I think we can say he's picked up his game. McKernan gets a high kick. Bennett comes in from the side. Takes a fine mark. He's borrowed Johnny Stevens' gloves. And he kicks up towards centre wing.
Oh, brilliant. That is genius. Didn't quite grab it.
Almost. Great player, Anthony Stevens. Kelly towards half forward. Barry forced to defend on Martin. Pushes over the line.
See, hasn't the footy just picked up a couple of notches these last 15 minutes?
Oh, yep.
Have a look at this from Anthony Stevens. I've only seen one player do this previously. Robert Flower, that was one of his great moves. Just jumping without watching the ball. As soon as you spin, you've got to find it.
The sort of thing you see in gymnastics, not on a football field. Here's an opportunity for Creswell. Oh, Lux of fortune to Johnny Stevens. Don't tell me he's going to kick another one. Stevens, it's high, it's long, but it's wide. And it's out of bounds in the right forward pocket for Sydney.
Is he smelling those goals against Sandy? I think he was. We'll check that one on the video Monday night, Steve-O.
51 plays 62. The Kangaroos holding on, but they've still only managed one behind for the quarter. Their defence is being sorely tested. Byron Pickett on the very last line.
Jeez, he's cool.
He is very cool. So too is this guy, John Blakey. Cool in a crisis and a grand player. Blakey goes to the outer side and finds Jason McCartney. 30 seconds remaining. The Kangaroos will be hoping to regroup, but he kicks into the man on the mark. They do have the numbers, however. Simpson is there to assist McCartney. Gives it back to the boy from nil. He looks up towards half forward. The light may be a problem for Carey. It wasn't for Dunkley. Andrew Dunkley takes the mark. Stephen Carey's in the middle. Let's go with a long mob to half forward. That's a good kick. The siren's going to sound and Creswell's going to have a shot.
Well, how important is this kick?
Well, he likes to kick him near or after the siren, Sandy, as he's proved on one or two occasions.
In even bigger games than this. Creswell, 45-degree angle.
Dunkley's been so important since quarter time.
What a comeback this has been, but he's got a big kick still to come. Close to the man on the mark. This is going to be very close. Belted over defensively. A touch and, well, a great quarter of football comes to an end.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get a score there, but I'm sure the Swans coaching camp there will be very, very happy with that quarter. We have proved there that we certainly are well back in this game, and if we keep that spirit up, there's no reason why we can't go on and win it.
The margin was 5 goals at quarter time. It was 6 goals at half time, but it is now back to 11 points. We've got a ball game on our hands. The Kangaroos scored just one behind in that quarter, but they still lead. 9-8 plays 7-9. Stay with us here on 7 for a big final quarter. Speaking with us from the Kangaroos, down on the boundary with Dipper.
Glenn Archer has been pushed straight to full forward. I've seen him many, many times play a match-winning role when he's gone from defence to forward.
11 points the margin. Umpire Martin Ellis gets the final quarter underway. Sydney looking for their first win. The Kangaroos looking to continue their climb up the ladder.
And I think the side that dominates the centre bounce takeaways will win this match.
And it's Schwartz who gets it out in the middle for Sydney first. Down towards left half forward. Towards Michael O'Loughlin. Under plenty of pressure. He sees it over the line. With him is Martin Pike.
Yeah, pretty tough customer, Martin Pike. A very tight player, much improved. But Michael O'Loughlin, he's had just 6 possessions, but he's the sort of player with 3 or 4 kicks could win the match for the Swans.
McKernan to Bell, and his kick was smothered.
Sandy, I should have asked Greg Miller. Great to see all the North Melbourne people in their official colours this week.
I think you should be down at the Comedy Festival in Melbourne, Dale. Dale Lewis and Tony Lockett with us behind the microphone for this big last quarter. Very, very important. Simpson couldn't take it away. Bell aggressive on Creswell. Pushed wide towards the 50. Bell goes again. He's a busy little terrier. And takes it over the line. Gets a pat on the rump from Anthony Stevens for his efforts.
Well, it was a dangerous situation there for the Kangaroos, and it was only the individual efforts of Bell a couple of times that saw it clear.
Simpson couldn't take it. This time there'll be a free kick, however. Ruck infringement.
Carey very much isolated here at centre half forward.
Clayton takes it from McKernan. He's still on the defensive side of centre wing. Looks towards half forward. Looks towards Carey. Well, a couple might have had a little bit of that, including Simpson, Carey's teammate, backing into the pack. The Roo boys on the interchange bench look on.
You've got to wonder why Adam Simpson does come across the front of the pack there, with Carey running straight at the football, flat out. It really is counterproductive to come in front of him.
First goal. There's a big goal here in this final quarter. It could set the Kangaroos on the road to victory. It could lift Sydney. But here goes Brett Allison. Persistence from Bennett. He hassled him all the way and he pushed him off that ball. One behind the result.
He must have some pace, Tony. Jared Bennett.
That's a great effort there. Allison looked homeward bound then, and a great kick for goal, but Benno just kept charging away and finally just got a hand to him just enough to make him off balance and miss the goal. Fantastic effort.
Stevens and Grant won by the ladder. Scholl from a standing start. It's high. Winston and co come out at half forward, but Bennett is there as well. Archer the hand pass to Simpson. He's in trouble. Tries to get through some heavy traffic. Kick the full forward. There's a mark. Peter
Bell has played an absolute belter. And it was set up by Glenn Archer, who just is such a reliable player in a dangerous situation. He brought the ball down, got that handball away, and then the kick sets his goal right up.
13 kicks, and he's put through a vital goal for the Kangaroos. Peter Bell gets his first for the Roos for a darn long time. In fact, I think the 17.5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Well, Craig Scholl had plenty of opportunity, plenty of time. Abraham's brought it down. There's the handball from Glenn Archer. Coming back into traffic was Adam Simpson. Just good use of the body down there by Peter Bell.
The Kangaroos wanted a steadying goal, and they've got it, but it's taken a long time. Kelly tried to win it out of the middle. It wasn't to be. Bell was instrumental again. Comes back towards him once more. Like a magnet. Peter Bell kicks down towards half forward, towards Carey. Dunkley's there with him. Here's Harvey. Brent Harvey gives a little ground to try and set something up. Clayton lost his pants. But that's all as he gets it down towards half forward, close to the boundary line. Saddington comes in over the top. It's going to be kept in play. Scholl may get another chance. Kelly gets him. Great tackle. Winston Abraham working hard in the pack. Sydney has the numbers. The Kelly kick's partly smothered. Carey wants someone going past. He's got it now. This is an opportunity for Sydney to kick it up towards Schwass and co. Schwass is at the back. Can he recover? It's flicked away. Robert Scott can be first to it. Maxfield and O'Loughlin both there too. Close to the line with Anthony Stevens and taken over. Big play now.
Great scrambling stuff by the Swans there. Just refused to wilt and just push it forward all the way. A little bit stiff not to get something out of it.
Right on the 50 for Sydney.
Sandy Wayne Swash in the goal square there.
Interesting. Let's see what happens. Here's Maxfield. And here's Matthew Nix. Kicked the goal in the third quarter.
I think Maxfield was going for goal then. He just went up the side of his boot and found his teammate.
I'm sure Stuart will be pleased, Dib, that you've picked that out, but I think you're spot on.
Well, it's a big kick, Sandy, isn't it?
Oh, this is a huge kick.
From the outside of here appears just about the straightest kick in the club. Sometimes shooting a goal makes for a different tale.
Oh yeah, but look, he's a pretty cool, calm kick. He's a terrific, highly skilled youngster, this fella. And there you go, you give him a rap.
Happens all the time.
And they make a fool of you, don't they?
You had your fingers crossed in, didn't you, Tony, when you were saying that?
Yeah, I think I'll stop now. I'll give Johnny Stevens as the only one that looked after me here.
52 plays 69. Byron Pickett comes back towards McKernan territory. It's a big mark over Bennett and Goods. And he's had a big night.
And when you've got a player that is so dominant with the opposition 4 or 5 centimetres smaller, why wouldn't you go long to him?
5 marks to McKernan. Blakey off the ground. Puts the Kangaroos inside 50 once again. Stevens gets caught. Danger because Peter Bell has ripped it away towards full forward. Carey's lurking there, but he won't get there in time.
And there was an opportunity lost.
It certainly was. Had numbers over the top. I think Peter Bell, as you do sometimes, Jared, you get a little bit goal awareness, I'd call it, not goal hungry.
Oh, he was under pressure, and you're right, he may not have had the vision to see those guys.
In the left forward pocket, Jared, for the Kangaroos. Archer.
I hate to harp on that, Sandy, but when it's the captain running into an open goal, he probably best should put it his way.
Archer wearing Kelly like a blanket on that occasion. 30 metres out. Kangaroos lead by 17 points.
Shannon Grant's coming off the ground with a blood rule. And the Kangaroos are pretty disciplined in not getting off all that quickly, giving their coaching staff maximum time to work out who's going to do the replacing.
Scott Welsh is back out onto the ground for the Roos for the moment then. Welsh kicked a goal in the first quarter. A bounce then at half forward. Welsh is on, back in the fray. Good sets himself. McKernan there as well. Plucked out of the air by Carey, but going nowhere.
Jared, I'll raise a question there, especially so close to the forward line in the goal square. Carey's intention of trying to pluck it out of the air. Do you give the guy a chance, or do you just ping him for holding the ball for the fact that he's trying to do something sensational, inspirational, whatever you call it, but he's really had no chance to get to the ball, and it's just, I mean, a nothing play, really.
Well, I think the umpire's following the rules, given that he hasn't had the opportunity.
A bloke by the name of Ablin could do it reasonably well.
He definitely could. An 89 grand final did show it up exceptionally.
Brent Harvey behind. Shannon Grant sideline for the moment. Luff takes the kick in. The clock is fast becoming an enemy of Sydney, although at the moment they've still got plenty of time. Luff. Sydney looking to try and set something up here from defence. Nix.
Still taking 5 possessions to get it out of the 50.
Wharf. Carey a little late, says the umpire. And Rowan Wharf has it.
Robert Scott off the ground, being replaced by Shannon Grant.
And here comes Shannon Grant now, straight into the thick of things. He's got Leo Barry, slings him wide, but it's going to stay with the Sydney Swans. Scotty Russell gives it to Stephen Carey. He kicks in towards Goods at half forward. Couldn't take the mark, perhaps a little casual, but he did well to flick it on. Finishes with Saddington. Saddington, another one towards Crouch. Here's an opportunity for Bumford. Passes in towards the forward line, and Schloss takes the mark.
Yeah, I think there's still a chance that the running power of the Swans could prevail here. They really have got extra numbers at the football. They've got a side that, if they're going to win it, they've got to keep it down at ground level, and it's not surprising to see Wayne Schloss go forward.
Gee, Jared, they went the long way about that, though. At a time like this, you really would like a couple of easy goals. The Swans played around, as you said, in the half-back line, switched it out wide to the members' wing, then all the way across to the fat side out there in front of the Dougie Walters stand.
Premiership player for North Melbourne in 96. Best and fairest in 94-95. Now he's against them. Well and truly against them. He's kicked a mighty goal. Big goal that one for Wayne Schloss in Sydney.
And really it's a 2-goal swing, Tony, because North Melbourne or the Kangaroos should have got a goal at the other end with Bell.
Yeah, there was a couple of opportunities there for him. So, you know, look, if we're to really go on with this game, you know, we just need to get out of the middle here again and create another scoring opportunity here. Couldn't have come at a more handier time, actually.
Schloss goals for Sydney. O'Loughlin is off. Wade Chapman is on to continue his 50th game. Kelly slaps it out of the centre. Big one there for Simpson. He stood his ground with courage. Pushes wide towards the boundary line. Clayton leads in the race for the spinning ball. He goes to ground with Russell. Picked up by Mickey Martin. Mighty Mick gets caught and slung. Bell leaves it for a teammate. It's pushed over the line by Clayton. It did look a little deliberate. And it's been paid.
Great effort there by Paul Kelly. From the middle of the ground, went straight over, charged that over again, made the tackle on Mickey Martin and really set that up. Fantastic effort.
Oh!
Push out.
That's a push out.
You're spoiling all my fun, Jared.
Leo can't believe it.
Pickett takes it at fullback. Couple of bounces. Fine young player, Byron Pickett. Flicks it inboard. Bomford beats Archer to the ball. Bomford now steadies. Kicks long. He wants it to bounce all the way, but he won't get there. Fine diving mark is taken by McCartney. He wastes no time. Comes wide towards Archer. Well done by Luff. Flicks it with the left foot back in towards half forward. Chapman's got to pounce a little bit late. The Kangas steady again. The senior players in Martin and Blakey, but only as far as centre wing and Darren Creswell. Big play here. Creswell looks towards half forward. A congested zone again. They all come in from the side. One of the big leapers was Barry. Stevens waits down. He gets claim. There's been a whistle. Been a whistle. It's going against Paul Kelly. And it's going the way of the Kangaroos. To be taken by Simpson.
Stevens free.
And he's been fouled. Tucked in the pocket. Hops it over the top to the running Simpson. Kangaroos hold sway at the moment. They lead by 2 goals. Welch in the thick of it. Bennett the good hand pass. Look out, Nix, you're gone. Well done by Bolford. Gets it away to Wolf. Wolf looks to half forward. Chapman just on the ground. He's on Pike. Pike has the footy though. Gives the hand pass away. The Kangaroos have the skill of being able to steady. Oh, Mickey had it spent a little bit too early. Now he's away. Back towards centre wing. Great interception by Wolf.
Geez, and they're struggling, the Kangaroos, to take the ball successfully from defence.
Scotty Russell.
I think it's only a matter of time before they break with the amount of ball that's going in there.
Russell's long bomb. That's not a good kick. Blakey comes out on his own.
Yeah, the Swans are full of run at the moment. They're just leaning from the pack and leaning in front all the time.
John Blakey from the back pocket. Kicks back towards centre wing. Scholl was the only one that didn't fly. He waited at the back of the pack. Pushed towards Carey. But he sees it taken out of his arms and belted over the line by Andrew Dunkley.
It's been a great duel all night, hasn't it? Dunkley and Carey.
Little replay of a short time ago.
Well, that's the one I wanted, Sandy.
Leo Barry, actually, you sounded a little bit like Robbie Plant of Led Zeppelin when that appeared to go through. It wasn't to be. Pickett defends. He gives the hand pass away to Brent Harvey. Harvey chips in towards the centre of the ground, and that's okay. Winston Abraham has it.
Well, they've got Carey one out against Dunkley.
Oh, Winston is off. Gets around Maxfield eventually, but is forced to kick high. Difficult one to grab. Luff did well. Couldn't take the mark. Wharf takes the hand pass. They're out of trouble again. Maxfield's running on centre wing. He looks down towards the 50. Over the 50 to Captain Kelly. Simpson's on his hammer. Kelly's still going. Still going. He strikes one. He strikes two. Oh! What a goal! Oh, you want a captain's goal? How about that? Can you believe that, Tony Lockett?
Oh, mate, look, if you're looking for inspiration, you don't have to look too much further past Paul Kelly, do you? That's Paul Kelly at his best.
They had no right to kick this goal.
None.
This one defies logic. He was gone 3 times here. Once with this tackle here, he should have been taken down. Keeps going. Pike should have grabbed him. What a great goal.
You want to see a contender for goal of the year? Have a look at this. Strokes one. Strokes two. Should have been gone for all money by then, but no. It's a team lifting goal. Maybe. From the centre. Bomford couldn't take it. They pounce on it in the middle. Sock it off the ground eventually. Towards Saddington. With him is Clayton. Creswell assists Saddington. Creswell still running. Over the top he can go. Sydney are flying at the moment. Matthews looks down towards half forward. Out they come. Maxwell was in the pack. Couldn't take the mark. Pressure on the Kangaroos defence. Pike applies a tackle on Chapman. Couldn't get clear. Abraham. He gets caught. Loses it. Bomford. Into full forward. Stevens has got to beat a couple. It's a big ask and he can't do it, and Blakey takes the clearing mark. From the back pocket, John Blakey comes wide towards centre wing. Rowan Wharf tries to spoil, then picks himself up. Abraham gets caught, loses the ball. Cochran paddles towards the line. Carey continues to apply the pressure for Sydney. That's Stephen Carey, close to the line, and it is over on centre wing. Oh, what a pressure cooker situation here.
Stephen Carey off the ground, Mike O'Loughlin back. So Rod Hughes just throwing every set of legs, every mobile player at the Kangaroos, and well, it has worked since half-time.
One kick the difference. The Kangaroos lead.
Cool.
Simpson put under the pump. O'Loughlin back on the ground. Kicks towards Chapman. Ringa Rosie again. Pike Clayton and Clayton give chase.
Big ball this one.
It is, and it's won by Clayton. He steadies for the Kangaroos. He looks down towards Carey. Dunkley's in his wake at the moment, but that ball is spinning away from him and over the line. Welcome to Sydney. Throw in on the outer side. Under 8 minutes remaining. What a contest. Dunkley and Carey. Bennett. Scholl. Won by the latter. The kick is only short, however. Dunkley away with a hand pass. Can they set something up here for Maxfield in the middle? Stewie Maxfield pops it over the top to Nix. He looks across the centre. Rowan Wharf. Sydney full of running at the moment. Winston Abraham on the mark. Wharf just chipping into the middle. Bomford takes the mark. Certainly taking a lot of time too. Kick is not a good one. Pike almost an incredible mark. Not paid, however. Play goes on and they bottle it up at half forward. Umpire Martin Ellis, who made his debut in '96, comes in for a ball up.
It's stiff there, Martin Pike, not to be paid that mark. He did everything but take it all the way to the ground.
One kick the difference.
Hasn't Dunkley been outstanding since half-time?
Sydney's rocking. The Kangaroos are holding on. Stevens has been sensational in front of goal. Oh, here's one to tie up, and that's a push. Wayne Schwass, he knew he'd done wrong, and he looked at the umpire in absolute hope.
Even I knew that one was there, Sandy. I didn't even get out of the seat.
Gary Durkhe's onto the ground. The player that's only just had a couple of possessions, but is a noted goal kicker.
Here's Carey. Wayne Carey across half-back for the Kangaroos. Looks down towards Abraham. Unable to take the mark. Bennett just chips it wide. Sydney maintaining possession for the moment. In the middle of the ground, Creswell tries to cut across. Harvey right on his hammer. Well done by Brent Harvey. He's a skillful little player as he kicks to half forward. Nick's waiting down for Sydney. Comes wide to the outer side. The Sydney runners hoping to finish full of running. Chapman towards the line with McCartney.
Sandy,
another throw in.
Shannon Grant and Johnny Stevens doing the tango in the middle of the ground then. Steve, a good mate of Shaggers actually, just letting him know what he does think about his move to North Melbourne.
Here we are on centre wing. McKernan at the second attempt with a right-handed slap to accommodate Peter Bell. He's proven to be pretty elusive tonight. Off he goes to Harvey from the middle. Kicks it high, kicks it long. Carey and Dunkley. Line ball, so play on, boys, and Luff goes to the outer side.
It's been fantastic, hasn't it? Dunkley and Carey, it's just been a fantastic duel all night. Great show of strength there by both of them.
I think Troy Luff's also had a big second half.
I think the whole game's just improved. The Swans have just been fantastic, from about halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, different side after half-time, no doubt about that. Creswell, steady, looks over the middle. 5.5 minutes remaining in this game. The Kangaroos lead. Barry desperate, but so too is Byron Pickett. It's Anthony Stevens off without it. Barry tries to go again. Bomford's in the thick of things. Martin, look out, McGee! Did get it away. Stevens gets a kick down towards the forward line once again. Carey clean bowled. Wharf to do the tidying up. Does so with a hand pass to Jared Crabb. Tucks it under the arm and gives the hand pass to Maxfield. Stewie Maxfield sneaks away from Brent Harvey. No one at home for the Kangaroos, and the mark is taken by Barry. 45 metres out, and he can tie the scores up with this kick.
I'll say Rowan Wharf has been sensational in this second half. And Plugger, you're the goal kicking expert round here.
Let's
put the moss on Baz.
I'm not going to comment on this one, but I will say Baz is a very good kick for goal here. This is one that we really do need. Obviously, 6 points down. This one will tie the scores together. If we get this, we're going to be in with a real big chance of running away with this game from the Kangaroos here, I think.
The boy from Deniliquin has booted 4 so far this season. He kicked 1 in the first term. Take us through the kick, Plugger.
Lines up. Oh, he's throwing a bunch of flowers at that one.
Well, classic comment from Tony Lockett.
I don't think I was going to say that, Sandy. I had another one in mind. But
It's like working with a florist.
Tell you what, Plugger, the amount of reps you put on him before, and you have got to take some
Archer
responsibility
coming
for
off,
that.
boys, for North, and hear what's going on.
I certainly should have give up after Johnny Stevens, shouldn't I?
Cochrane has it at half back. The Kangaroos looking to steady the ship. He kicks wide towards centre wing. Oh, coming over the top was McKernan. Couldn't take it. Goods paddles it forward in the attacking zone again. There's Leo Barry. Had it and then lost it. Quick kick up towards half forward is okay by Clayton. Here's Nix out the back door to Creswell. Off he goes to Bennett. Sydney going towards left half forward once again. These players are tired now as Swans sees it over the line.
I think one of the most important things here, especially from half-time, the Swans just seem to be getting a lot more numbers at the ball, though.
great, the ability of our midfielders who probably went missing in the first half, the Swashes, the Creswells, not so much Swatter in the goal square, but the likes of those are just doing so well.
5 points the margin if you've just joined us. Don't go away. Pike gets a hurried kick up towards centre wing and it's pushed over the line by Simpson to force
And
another
they're giving
throw.
themselves a chance too, boys, because they're over the ball, in front all the time. If they can't mark it, they're just pushing the ball on.
North Melbourne, of course, Sandy, or the Kangaroos, lost the opening match in round one when they had a lead of some 40 points to Geelong at half-time.
Here's Kelly. Shrugs the tackle. Good work by Shannon Grant in opposition to Swash. Grant kicks up towards Carey. He's in the pack, but he can't take the mark. Dunkley plucks it off the top. Bounces it in front of Creswell, who gives it to Saddington. Jason Saddington kicks across the ground. Leo, the leaper, can't take it. The ball not smothered. Crouch has a chance now for Sydney.
Right.
Smashes it forward towards the centre. The cry of throw goes unheeded. Maxfield runs a long way, but he gets his kick wide towards Schwartz. Shannon Grant is right there with him. Schwartz has got the free kick.
Well, we've had one one-point victory in this round already with the Demons getting over Hawthorns. He's all set up for another one.
Maxfield is marginally closer.
Bennett, it's got to go to Bennett.
Oh, Bennett is in the pocket, crying for it, but not to be. He elects to go directly straight towards the man, or one of them in the stumbling block, Jason McCartney. McCartney's been solid. McKernan, outstanding. Harvey, very good for the Kangaroos as well. Off he goes to Blakey. Cool as a cucumber. Winston comes flying over the top, but Abraham unable to complete the mark. Crumbs are picked up beautifully. Here's a chance now for Harvey again, chipping towards Abraham. Look out from behind. Stewie Maxwell's got you. Could be a costly turnover. Goods gets the kick up towards Chapman. He marches forward of centre. He's got to get on with the job, but he goes back now and he waits. Now he takes the kick. Up towards O'Loughlin and Co at full forward. No one waiting down, and it's pushed towards the line. We've got another throw in as the Simpson kick finds a little bit of safety.
I asked the question, Sandy, if Big Tony Lockett had been up there, he would have been on the burst screaming for that.
Yeah, I think, I just didn't think there was enough movement in the forward line. And I think we just sort of kicked to one big contest there. There was 3 or 4 players flying for the ball. Should have been forwards running everywhere in that situation.
1.5 minutes remaining. Well done by Goods to push it out. Will Chapman keep it in? No, he can't.
It's the right way to go, though. He threw it out in the front of running players.
5-point margin. The Kangaroos lead. Sydney in attack. McKernan doing the ruck work from behind. He's been excellent. Bomford to the left footer. He pumps it high. It's big. He goes. Unbelievable.
What a great goal this is. Bomford out to Maxfield, 2 steps. And there's your father, Jared. I tell you, he's having one of his best games he's played for about 2 years.
Not sure how Des is travelling at this stage, but I'm sure he'd be pleased with the wrap.
That is just a great goal.
If the Swans can pull this one off, I'll say that Maxfield was the key. He was the spark.
Sydney have hit the front. Warp A big slap down to half forward. Now it's up to the Kangaroos. Archer holds it for a long time, but they pounce on him. Wharf goes again. He's been excellent. Pushes towards the line. Needs assistance, and he gets it from Matthews, who goes to the line. They say, throw it in. Under 1 minute remaining. Oh, golly.
Sandy, do you reckon they had some seat damage with the hailstorm? I tell you, if the Swans get up here, they'll bust them.
Now settle down. Not over yet. Kelly at the bottom. McKernan couldn't take it. Good's there as well. O'Loughlin picks it up now. The hand pass was meant for Maxfield. Byron Pickett is there. Chopped off by Nix. Showed courage. Oh, Bodford couldn't get clear, but did get the hand pass away. Could be a free kick to the Kangaroos for holding. No. Kelly taken high. He's going to be free kick. Directly in front. 45 out.
And don't get me to call this one, you bloke.
You're not saying a word.
I'm not saying a word.
Kelly just running in straight lines as always. We've seen two great goals in this quarter. One from Kelly, which really, I think, got the Swans to believe that they could win this match, and then another incredible one by Maxfield. Don't forget, Maxfield, not only did he kick the goal, but he was down tackling Winston Abraham some 100 metres away to turn the ball over, and this one to seal it.
Almost directly in front.
Any score will do.
40 metres out. He's made his mark. He's away to the right. One behind. But now the clock is the enemy of the Kangaroos. Sydney by 2 points.
Just got to find a man, the Swans.
Pickett's got to find a man too, and do it quickly. They need 2 marks. The Kangaroos need 2. Maxfield needs to hold it up. Carey goes again. Couldn't take it. There's the save. Oh! Sydney has recorded an extraordinary victory.
Johnny Stevens.
I don't think I've heard a roar like this at the SCG for a long time.
Well, this could be the start of something very special. You know, we just wanted to get a little bit the confidence now, and the feeling that these fellas will have from now on in should be enormous. This could be the start of the season, though.
I think so. And, if you're looking for a turning point,
Let's go down onto the ground now. Here's Dipper with Wayne Schwartz.
Yeah, thanks very much, Wayne. What are you feeling at the moment, buddy? What a great win.
Mate, we've been under the pump. Quality side like North. You know, we just real gutsy effort, Dip. I mean, you can't really put into words what we feel at the moment. Backs against the walls. No one reckoned that we'd do any good. We're down at half time. Could have chucked it in. Mate, what can you say? Just guts and determination. Fantastic.
That's what our game was all about, isn't it? Give yourself an opportunity to be there.
Mate, you just got to keep chipping away, Dip. You know, 4 weeks we probably haven't played the best footy, but tonight wasn't a flash win. We just kept working at it, mate, and we finally got over the line.
No, the boys are waiting for you, mate. Well done, well played.
Let's hear from the boys.